We're going to be starting very shortly. Just give me un momento.
Minx be on the track like. Lies to show, lies to show, saying lies to show. Don't be negative. Lies to show, lies to show, saying lies to show. Don't be negative.
Don't be negative. Hello. No, you guys are not seeing. You guys are not seeing craziness. This is the real deal, y'all. It is Saturday instead of Friday. And I have my reasons. Bear with me. This is the Minx Show podcast. And I want to say this is, hold on, let me fix this shit. I hate like every single time. Because, when I be gaming, because I know some of y'all was seeing I was gaming and shit, I'd be moving my mic because, when you play, you got to. But this is the Minx Show podcast. Those of you, there's a lot of new people here, people that just checked out the show and said, we're gonna become members. We're gonna, figure out what we're doing today. We just got a new Patreon member. We have a Genuine. Shout out to Genuine. Thank you. We're gonna get his song on after I do my introduction. So, this is this is the end of season 4, actually. This is episode 12. And, I wanted to do a podcast yesterday, but my shit was, it just wasn't happening. It just was not happening. My allergies, I don't know if I had caught my daughter's cold or whatever the fuck it was. I just was so under the weather and I was like, yeah, this ain't happening. And I never cancel a Friday show over some dumb shit. But it is, like I always say, it is what it is, right? So, there's so much to start with. First I want to start with what is it? The death of Juice World. We didn't get a chance to touch on that. There is a couple of things I do have to say about it. My ears are, there's a couple of things I do have to say about it. And, this is going to be a very tough episode. This episode is called Controversy. And my whole shit didn't even change up yet. So this episode is called Controversy. There's a lot of controversial, things that are going on, different topics and situations that went down, especially with all the talking points of what was going on. So I want to actually start with a Patreon member song, which we always do while I get everything up. So let me give you a little background about my homie, Genuine. And again, it's just so strange how we meet people along the way. Genuine is actually an artist that I came across and became really good friends with from a website called NewYorkUndergroundHipHop.com. This was pretty much like a platform like this. Some of you guys are new here. But it was more, shows, different shows and shit. Hold on, let me just fix this. I'm just getting home too, guys. Like I literally ran home and said podcast and, just set up immediately. So I'm just going to change some of this shit here. Boom. Cause I want this to have the correct information. And let me just fix my chat room because my chat room is from last week's chat. That looks really bad. This is deeper. I was making a beat on here. And some of y'all tuned into that, and we're going to talk about, the launch that we had this week. MinxRadio.com has finally launched. Finally launched after a week? I was freaking crying and shit. Like, what the hell is going on? Why isn't my website launched yet? And of course, it was nothing I did. It's, GoDaddy's fault. You look at the top, you see my Patreon members cycling. You'll be seeing that throughout the show because this is how I promote the artists that are fucking with Minx. You know what I'm saying? So again, I got to make one for Genuine because I didn't get a chance to this week because with all the changes and things that were going on, I'm hoping my chat room is up. All my chats are up. People are retweeting the show. Thank you guys for retweeting the show over on Twitter. You guys are the shiznit. I love you guys. All right. So I'm going to get this song on by Genuine. This is actually a submission that he sent before, but I didn't get a chance to play it because my shit was acting funny. So we're going to play this song that he sent over. It's called Crucifying Everybody. Okay. This is a Genuine song, and it was produced by Beats by Khan and mastered by E-Mastered. Okay, so we're going to get this on, and then we're going to get this show on the road. And then we're going to go live on Station Head because Station Head is our new thing. It's our new thing. All right, so we're gonna play this now again. Crucifying Everybody. And here we go. This is the Minx Show podcast, Patreon member exclusive.
Hey, yo, Minx, hit that play button.
I sure will.
Jinn. The world that be in more pressed to fry. Praying on the memory of Big and Pac. Tick-tock. Christ moves like hands on clocks. Devils fight with angel souls. Neighbor watch. Face seated in mustard. Catch up and watch. Burning Bush. Billy Bush and Trump watch. Demons coming in lingerie or a blue dress. Lipstick, redder than the devil, yes. America policy on Pilot B. Russia and Ukraine on Private B. Culture shock by the easy rock. Brother stuck in the hood on the easy rock. Angels roll the stone back on the third day. Christians stuck on their pockets on drink thirsty. Breaking bread, God top shot. Jesus came for the sinners, now take your shot. And that's the reason why most of the time what we need to do is wash our hands clean of the unclean practices of you Christians. Stop crucifying everybody. Stop crucifying everybody. Hanging all our sins up like a crucifix. Yo, love you fresh, show your mess like Arm and Hammer. Without Christ, your love is the equivalent of slammers. 2 up, back up on my crew love. Some people act holy, then act like sluts. Crucifying on your brothers, hang them out the dry cake like Duncan. Stuck on your hind parts, leaking all their business like albums. Suffocating in their own mess like Valiums. The ones who afraid of the gospel, waking up every day too high, straight hostile. Trust enough, homie, show them, call them bluff. J-Lo beat down like it's true enough. Jesus wants your soul, let him change your life. life. Stop acting like the devil is your friend, Ike. Then you start acting like the devil is your kin. Then you become your Barbie, then he becomes your Ken. And that's the reason why most of the time what we need to do is wash our hands clean of the unclean practices of you Christians. Stop crucifying everybody. Everybody. Stop crucifying everybody. Hanging all our sins up like a crucifix. I don't stand in you a trip. I wonder what part of your life is hell. If your soul's on fire, could you stand the smell? Moving in the faith like turtles and snails. Moving in your life like brass and braille. The total one, the rat race. Which means if you're slow to move, then stop telling on the human race. TMZ, extra on access, crapping on your team, etc., etc. We not here to lift your lives up while you're sleeping with the enemy, bruh. What's your vice, huh? We need your vision to have no conditions. We need your vision to on bless so you can hit your visions. Arise, show and tell. If a man show you heaven, why would you show him hell? Man, I swear the devil got your brother's catfish. That's why I baptize in the water like John the Baptist. And that's the reason why most of the time what we need to do is wash our hands clean of the unclean practices of you Christians. Stop crucifying everybody. Everybody. Stop crucifying everybody. Hanging all our sins up like a crucifix. I don't stand there and you a trip.
This is the Minx Show podcast, Patreon member exclusive.
Hey, yo, Minx, hit that play button.
Yes. Shout out to Genuine. You know, that was definitely some dope fire. I definitely do appreciate it. Again, thank you. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Okay, so this episode is called Controversy. And with this episode called Controversy, you already know I got some controversy to talk about. And I may cause a little bit of controversy because, you know, Minx don't give a fuck. I just don't care, okay? Don't care. I keep it real. I say what's on my mind. This is why the podcast is the way that it is. This is why the podcast has been around for almost 5 seasons. Next week will be season 5. We've actually gotten through over 40 episodes of this show. And I really didn't think that this show was going to be around as long as it was. But it is here. It's here. We are here, and we are here to stay. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about this Lizzo shit. One of the main important things about this Lizzo shit that does, I'm just getting on the station head, guys, because we're part of station head now, and I'm excited about it. So let's talk about this Lizzo shit. Apparently there's a lot of people upset because Lizzo showed her cheeks, and you have all these people trying to act like, oh, the kids were there. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So you have all of these types of situations of people that take their kids places. And, as a mom, as a mother, I kind of get it. I understand why there would be backlash, etc. I want to have my comments up so we can read them as we go along. So, as a woman, you guys know I'm always preaching, women need to. Big Southern. Thank you, Big Southern. Yo, you never sent me that footage, Big Southern. I wanted that footage. Big Southern, let me tell you, before I get into this, Big Southern actually did a show and surprised me. He surprised me because he performed in Minx Radio merch. What you guys see back here. He was wearing a Minx Radio shirt. And I'm not going to lie, it really did emotionally take a toll on me. Like, I literally... And Big Southern, you can ask my manager, Leonard, he'll tell you, I cried. I didn't cry because it was cheesy. I cried because I just, I couldn't believe it. Wow, like something I designed, something that I created, something that, nobody else really helped me with. And the fact that you guys are doing shows and, you guys are thinking about me and wearing my merch. Big Southern, you got to get me that picture. Get me that picture so I can show it to everybody, please. Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, he sent me the picture, and I felt like such a proud mama. I was like, oh my God, you're wearing my shirt. That means so much to me. But shout out to Big Southern, 100%. Shout out to you. So with Lizzo, let's get back to Lizzo. I honestly do not think that what she did was appropriate. I don't think it was appropriate. But then again, my mindset is like this. If it was anybody else that was a size 2 with some cheeks, thank you. He said, it's coming, I promise. Thank you. Thank you. But if there was anybody else that showed up to a Lakers game, with their cheeks hanging out and their tetes hanging out, I really don't think there would have been the same backlash. Like, I don't think that people would have been upset about it. I think they would have been like, oh my gosh, like, really? But I don't think they would be calling for, I don't think they would be calling for her to, be banned or anybody to be banned. I know that there's a method to everybody's madness. I really do. But this Lizzo shit, it was really bothering me. It bothered me for a couple of days. I know my homie, 759, shout out to 759. We be on Station Head every night, 7:00 during the week. Me and the homie, we get on there and we were talking about just regular topics, just topics. And with these topics, I don't think I can ever pull off a show like this with someone else besides her. And the fact that she thought of me means so much to me. So, y'all check out live from 805 podcast. Y'all need to check that out. Another bomb. But she threw up something on Twitter that I kept it going. You know how I get. Minx doesn't give a shit. And basically, this, a bunch of dudes are like, oh, it was inappropriate. She shouldn't have wore that. There was kids there. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, somebody else had tweeted, they said, what? You mean to tell me that as adults, as parents, you can't tell your kid that's a titty? You can't tell your son that's an ass, son? I mean, come on. You take these kids on the subway, they've seen it all. If you're in New York City, you've seen it all. Kids be walking by, Mommy, why is that guy sleeping on the ground? Oh, because that's where he lives, honey. Just keep moving. Just give him the $1. You guys know that that's how it goes down. So a woman shows her cheeks, and it's a problem. A woman shows her cheeks at a Lakers game. Was it a Lakers game? I don't even know what kind of game it was. I don't follow the sports like I used to. But it's just ridiculous. Like, to me, I'm like, come on, y'all need to. Yes, if it was a slim chick, it would be all love. Thank you so much. John Hands, I love John Hands. That's my dude. That's my homie. I see you. You climbing up in the the underground charts. I see what you're doing, and I love your music. And I have your music on Station Head, and people are feeling it. I don't know if you have Station Head yet, but you should check it out. Get your songs played, get into the open aux show. There's an open aux show. Anybody that's tuned in. And I'm not saying this because I'm a brand ambassador. I'm just saying because it's true. There is a show called Open Aux. And Open Aux is a show where you can submit your music and any mystery celebrity guest may or may not play your shit. You don't have to pay. You don't have to do none of that. So if you have Apple, my biggest suggestion is to join us on this wave. I've pulled so many podcasts with me. I said, you guys got to check out Station Head. This shit is dope. And you have all these radio stations that are on here, and they will play your music if you submit it, and they will play it. So again, if 50 people are tuned into that radio station, that means you just received 50 streams. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Okay? But again, Lizzo. Here's my rant to Lizzo. And I just want to say this. Oh, he said it was the Lakers game. Okay. So, yes, it was the Lakers game. Okay. I think you ladies need to understand that is not the place. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care if you're grotesque. I don't care if you are beautiful. That is not the place to show out a basketball game, a football game. That's not what you do. It's not right. Because you're distracting. That's a distracting thing. You know, they have cheerleaders. Let them wow the crowd. That's their job. But to anybody that even thinks or even wants to go to a game, this is why men don't take us anywhere, because we don't know how to act. We don't know how to carry ourselves. You know, unless you're a tomboy, you know, that's just not acceptable. I don't think it's right. But that's just me thinking as, you know, how a man would think. You know, this is why they don't take us nowhere. This is why they tell us to go to Sephora and buy makeup and do dumb shit. You know, that's not the place. And, you know, we did use a comparison photo. The comparison photo was with Rihanna and as well as Nicki Minaj at this game. And I don't think that their attire was appropriate, but nobody complained. Nobody said a word. So y'all need to chill out on that. Really do. So yeah, that was the first controversial topic of the evening. But I do have a video. My homie, his son just did a video, and I'm going to get that on for you guys. Because I'm trying to be like, you know, talk, play. You know what I mean? Because people, you know, I read the comments, you know, it makes you talk too much or makes your guest segments are too long. And I'm like, look, if I have a guest and my guest is cool and we're vibing and we're talking, I don't think that there is a format. You know what I mean? I know that people, you know, you get bored, but who really listens through an hour-long podcast like that? Like, I don't. And some people listen to it and you know, fast forwarded. So I just, you know, just bear with me. Season 5 will be much better. I plan on, I'll be going over some of the changes and things that will be going on. As we always know, there's changes here at the Minx Show podcast. I definitely want to get more interviews together. I definitely want to talk to more artists. You know, there's been so many requests of people that have been asking me for shit. And I'm just like, look, there's no point in trying to facilitate people's requests if people are not tuned in, if people are not, you know, supporting the platform, they're not sharing the platform. So, you know, did you see the video and how it went down? Yes, I did. And she was twerking. That's the other thing, ladies. You know, y'all need to find the right time and the place to be twerking your asses. You know, that's just not the right time or the place. You go to the club. You know what I mean? I don't like to slut shame anybody. You know, that's just not my thing. I don't twerk. I don't have an ass to twerk anyway. And even if I did know how to twerk, I would know that that is not the correct way to get your message and all that shit across. Okay? It's just not right. You guys need to, you know, think about it. It's not it. Not it. It's not it. Y'all need to be mindful. You know, you have men that are married. You have men that are taken. You have men that, you know, are gay. Like, nobody wants to see that shit. Like, you guys need to cover it up. Use it in a tasteful way, you know, in the club. But I honestly, like I said, I don't think that Lizzo, I don't think she meant any harm. I just think that it was just not right, the right time or place. So I want to show you guys this comparison photo before I get into this video. Okay. Where is my notifications? Here they are. Okay. So let me show you guys the picture. And this is by my homie 759. She posted this, and you know, we were speaking on it. We had a couple of big girls and, you know, small girls that were responding to me that, you know, I'm just like, look, if you think that somebody should not wear what they're wearing because they're fat, just come out and say it. You know, don't come out of your face, you know, talking about, oh, well, there's kids around. No, just be honest. People respect honesty. I prefer honesty. People love it when, they're like, oh, keep it 100, keep it a buck, keep it this, keep it that. But when somebody keeps it 100, y'all get mad. Y'all get in your feelings. Y'all like, oh, that's, just keep it real. She was fat and she shouldn't be wearing that. I said it for you. Do I agree with that? No, I don't agree with that. I think anybody should be able to wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. But you also have to be mindful of who's going to be receiving, who's on the receiving end of what you're trying to show. And it's not a good look. Not a good look at all. All right. So here's the picture. I'm bringing it up live from 759. All right. All right. So this is I'm going to show you guys the tweet that we were discussing. And you guys are going to say, yeah, we're baiting. Yeah, we're baiting. No, we were not baiting. We were just having a discussion. All right. So this is, I'm going to show you guys here. Let me come over here. Boom. And we're going to show desktop window here. Okay. So this was a tweet. Let me zoom in and I'm going to show you guys what the tweet was. 759 is going to be like, oh my God, why you put me on blast like that? I'm like, because it's facts. It's facts. So she says, I want to know the difference between Lizzo doing what she did and this. Children are at both of these events. Do you guys see an issue or problem? I mean, they're both dressed inappropriate as fuck. Okay. You got Rihanna holding her titties. And the excuses behind these photos were hilarious. One guy said with the Rihanna picture, with her holding her boob, they were like, oh, they caught her in a bad moment. But she's looking at the big Jumbotron thing holding her boob. Okay. Now, if you look at Nicki Minaj, she looks like a dominatrix, hair up, titties out, Is this the attire that you, as a celebrity, would wear? I mean, as a regular person, I wouldn't wear this shit. I mean, I would probably wear what Rihanna's wearing, but I would not be grabbing my titties. I wouldn't be doing that. But you guys tell me. I mean, you guys tell me what you think. I mean, how is this okay? But the outfit that Lizzo was wearing was not. So I'm going to show you guys the Lizzo outfit because I really didn't want to store this on my computer because I didn't want my man to be like, what the fuck are you looking at? All right, so this is with Daily Mail. Okay. And, I know she's feeling some kind of way behind it. It says she was exposing her thong and twerking. Why is this shit not working? Nothing is popping up. Okay. So this is what she was wearing. This little get up here. Okay. How is this inappropriate? But what Rihanna and Nicki was wearing was not. It wasn't like her ass was out. It was, her ass was out, but it wasn't like it was out without anything covering it. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because, again, it's, not fair. How is it okay for one person, but not the other? Anyway, enough of that. All right, so we're going to get into this video. This video is, again, Little Seven and Little Slugs Hustle. This was directed by Foggy Lungs and 730 Entertainment. Foggy Lungs, I gotta get him to shoot my video because I just love, the majority of videos that I did see, I think he definitely has a lot of talent. It wasn't right, but I don't think she was intentionally doing harm. Exactly. Like I don't think she was intentionally, like, was she trying to be controversial? Most likely. Most people you need controversy in order to keep your name relevant. And we're going to get into that after this video. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get this on. Okay, and now, wrong screen. You could tell it's Saturday. Minx just doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care about her arrangements or anything like that. I do care, guys. It's just a very, Okay, so here we go. app window. Here we go. And all right. This did this again. Desktop app window. There we go. All right, cool. So I wanted to just zoom in and get this perfect for you guys because you guys already know I'm about my business and I like looking professional. All right.
I was just a little boy trying to hustle. I was just a little kid going through the struggle. Struggle was hard, but we all been through it. I can feel your pain flowing through my music. I can hear my name. God calling me, take the pain away. Yeah, take the pain away. Take the pain away. Take the pain away. Yeah, I'm stacking all this money, shit, it's all about this money. But I'm coming from the struggle, but I'm chilling in the hustle, doing all this shit because I'm coming from the struggle. Doing anything to get this money, then I double. Yeah, I'm coming from the fall, but I'm blasting from the red. You stupid niggas ain't doing shit, I'm the man. Yeah, I'm holding on the chrome cause they coming from my home. Blasting at these stupid niggas coming from my throne. Yeah, I'm holding on my own and I'm with that mindset. Don't trust no nigga cause these niggas acting weird. I ain't fucking with no niggas cause these niggas acting weird. Yeah, these niggas acting weird. I was just a little boy trying to hustle. I was just a little kid going through the struggle. Struggle was hard, but we all been through it. I can feel your pain flowing through my music. I can hear my name. God calling me, take the pain away. Yeah, take the pain away. Take the pain away. Take the pain away. The only thing is to do is to hustle on. Yeah, so you can get out the struggle. Everyone struggle, and we all been through it. Just hustle more and get through it. And worry about yourself, cause only you can do it. And hear me out, flowing through my music. Yeah, flowing through my music. Don't lock yourself in, keep yourself out. Yeah, keep yourself out, cause then you will stay and you will be locked out. Yeah, so keep hustling. Yeah, so keep hustling. Yeah, I'm making all these moves, but I'm making sure I got it. Coming from the hustle, little nigga, and yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm stacking real high while these niggas getting tight. Flying right by them, yeah, my money getting right. Stacking my money for real, that's how you hustle on. And find your way out the struggle on. Out the struggle on. Out the struggle on.
All right. That wasn't so bad at all. I was actually very impressed by the outcome of the entire project of that, you know. And I know I played his son, Seven's son I think 2 weeks ago, I think. And I just was like, yeah, come bring your A game. That's what I want is your A game. And he came and he bought it. So I definitely, you know, I give you that. You know, I definitely do. Great job. I know everybody's waiting for the Eminem shit. Y'all waiting for the Eminem commentary. And you'll get it in 1 second. I want to go into this 50 Cent shit. That's next controversial topic that everybody is discussing, which is pretty much, you know, 50 Cent made an assessment about Oprah. And his assessment was that he felt that Oprah was bagging up and tagging up a bunch of prominent black individuals that have put a lot of people on in the game of, you know, entertainment. And he felt like Oprah was cooning. So pretty much like 50 Cent, you know, he wrote a post, he put up a post. He was like, oh, why are you going over? Why are you going after the black folk? You know, what about your homie Harvey Weinstein. You know what I mean? Now, the problem with this, you know, when you get that itch in your ear and you finally get it and you're like, damn it, I was saving that for later. That good itch. Anyway, so basically, all right. So Harvey Weinstein, you know, has obviously been after, and, you know, he's been in the news for assault and all that other shit in the music, excuse me, in the movie industry. The whole world has canceled him. So Oprah, you know, she didn't say anything, but whenever there's a documentary about, you know, Michael or R. Kelly or whatever, she's all over it. She's all over it. She's just like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll expose that shit. But what angers me about, you know, 50's controversial statements is this. I want to say this, you know, 50 year late, you know, we've been talking about this shit. I mean, you've been worried about Power with horrible storyline, you know. But, you know, I just, let me just read you guys this article. So it says 50 Cent and Russell Simmons slam Oprah over upcoming sexual misconduct documentary. Or shall I call it a shockumentary? Because I was shocked. So it says the media mogul is working on a documentary about the Me Too movement and sexual misconduct within the music industry and with Apple TV, which features Simmons. He was accused of assault back in 2017 and had adamantly denied the allegations. Now the rapper has his back. He says, I don't understand why Oprah is going after black men. 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, wrote on social media. He says, no Harvey Weinstein, no Epstein, just Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons. This shit is sad. Featured in the upcoming documentary, which is set to premiere in 2020, is Drew Dixon, who was one of the multiple women who had allegations against the 62-year-old Simmons. Okay, so you guys can read this article in your own foxnews.com. Here's my quip. Oh, shout out to Big Southern. He says, ride to that beat. I can feel his message. Definitely. 7, when you show this to your son, let your son know we was feeling it. We was definitely feeling it. Okay. So let's get back to this. You know, here's my thoughts on this. And again, controversial as it may be. 50. Welcome to the party. Us conscious folk. We've been talking about this shit for years, okay? Before the Harvey Weinstein shit, okay? You are late to the party. Take a seat. You're done. Nobody wants to hear, you know, when you're conscious and you listen to or study the background in a lot of shit that's going on in the industry, and then a celebrity just magically pulls some shit out their ass and you're just like, really? You're just joining the party? Like, we've been talking about this shit. Like, we've been conversing about this. We've been on forums discussing this. You know, if we're really going to be talking about controversy and how quick social media can cancel people, why is it that nobody has canceled Oprah for trafficking children in her little schools that were overseas in Africa? Because you think Oprah puts a school in Africa, that means something. You know, what happened to those girls? Why is Apple TV not doing a documentary on what happened to those girls over there, those girls that were trafficked? So we all know that Oprah is not going to go after her dear friend, Harvey Weinstein. You're never going to go after the people that put you on, honey. We know this. But it's kind of a factual statement, you know, regardless of how the message is sent out or the message is received. I get that. Some people are going to say, Minx, I mean, as long as he brought up the subject. But the thing is you know, 50 only talks about shit when it benefits him. He makes controversial statements and brings up controversial topics when Power is about to come back out. If he really felt this way and he was really on top of shit, you know, he would have brought this situation up way before that. We know that Power is coming out next month. We know that Power is going to have the revamping of Who Shot Ghost. So, in order for us to keep checking for you and for you to stay relevant, 50, here you come running your mouth on some shit that we already fucking knew. No, I don't, I'm not buying that, 50. It's like you peek your head in, like you can't be conscious and then you can't be unconscious at the same time. It's either you're going to meet it 100% and stay conscious and stay bringing up topics that cause us to have thinking topics, podcasters to talk, people to invoke critical thinking. Keep it, keep doing that. You're worrying about these fucking reality show stars who are making money and you're making fun of people, you're putting down women, you're just doing the most. And then when you see that that's not working, your little temper tantrums are not working, you go ahead and want to throw out this fucking calcified brain shit. I'm not feeling that, If you're going to be woke, be woke. Hey, Jennifer, what's goody? You keep knocking over I just got to the next level on this game and Jennifer's going to fuck me up. I know she is. She's going to take all my shit. I'm going to wake up. $1 million has been taken from your bank because Jennifer Walker is the shit. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for tuning in. But again, I just feel like, 50 only opens his mouth whenever there's a new episode or any sort of project that he's working on. Thank you, 50, but no thanks. I really don't give a shit about what you got to say, bruh. I don't care. And I bought minxradio.com and I also bought the Minx Show. So unless you're going to buy Minx Couture, you can't cancel me, 50. Speaking of, I wanted to talk about my launch, my Minx Radio launch. So Minx Radio launched this week. Nothing too crazy. I just started the design. I just wanted to get the design together because it was bothering me. And I just have so many plans with this website. Again, it's a blog, but I'm treating it as a website because I like to update when I go. And this is just what I do. As you see, we are live on the website. Okay, as well as we have an article here that I wrote called Playlist Curators, the New A&Rs of the Underground. I'll explain that later. But my favorite part about this website is where I showcase my Patreon members. And if you go to the website and you're like, shit, you know what? Bars Nice is really nice. You can actually click on Bars Nice and it'll take you directly to his store because that's what Minx does. Minx sets everything up the way that it's supposed to be. So if you guys are feeling Bars Nice, you guys can download and get his information directly from the website. And I'm going to be doing a whole lot more. I'm going to be adding videos and all that fun shit. And just a reminder, I do everything by myself. I don't say that for, a pat on the back, rub on the shoulders. I do it by myself because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I didn't take up all these crazy 9-to-5 jobs to learn coding and all that stuff to hire somebody to do it for me. But shout out to everybody that does listen to what I'm saying about the little things, the little jewels that I be dropping, regarding branding yourself and et cetera, et cetera. Because one of the things that I did talk about this week that was very important is why don't you guys have your own websites yet? You guys are really failing at that. You guys need to own everything you do, including your website. You don't have to design it. You don't have to pay for somebody to code it. You don't have to do all that. Just buy it. Just have it. You'd never know. Okay. So, where did I want to go to? So yes, I still have the Tumblr blog. Oh, my mouth is just like, oof. Anyway, I still have the Tumblr vlog, but it's going to come up as a news ticker on the website now. So this way, if you're like, damn, I like that article Minx was talking about, but I don't remember, was it Tumblr? Was it the Minx Show or was it Minx Show? Or was it Minx Radio? Now you can just go to minxradio.com and the ticker will be there. Okay. There was one article I wanted to talk about before I get into this song by a Patreon member that sent me. Um, so we're crowdfunding. We're talking about crowdfunding again. This was a little quote that I did earlier. Don't hit people up about let's build if the only thing you're building is your notifications from not responding. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all really do. Yeah, so this reason why I wrote that was because, I'm just so sick and tired of people hitting me up talking about let's build. Build what? Fucking snowman? I just I don't get it. Y'all mofos really sit there and you hit people up, you talk about let's build, and then you get people like me. You get people like me that are super hyped. We're super hyped. We're building ideas. We're building conversations, and then you disappear, which is wrong. Okay. If you want to build with somebody, I don't think you should, get it overhyped if you personally will not see it through. I just think it's wrong. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of everybody's time. A lot of people, one of the biggest deterrents that people have from starting ideas and starting businesses and starting services and just getting something popping is the fact that you guys let money get in the way. You do need money. I'm not going to lie to you about that. You do need money to do a lot of shit, but you have to start with an idea. And if you're trying to build with someone, like this has happened to me so many times as a producer, an artist will come to me and say, Minx, my pockets is popped. I don't have no money. My lights are about to get cut off, but I love your beats. I want to work with you. And you're just like, okay. This is me as a producer. I don't know. I know how some of you guys, you guys act like your shit doesn't stink. Your balls are this big. I don't fuck you, pay me type shit. I don't do that. When an artist expresses extreme hardship to me, and they're really trying to get, my volume is low. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to turn it down because people were like it was too loud. Sorry, Dad. When you come to me and you express extreme hardship and you're like, Minx, I can't afford this, but I really want to work with you. And I go out of my way, okay, and I send you a beat and then you don't get back to me, that just means that, in my opinion, either you don't want to say that the beat was not your style, you don't want to say the beat was trash, but then you putting out other shit. That's the shit that I don't like. And I know a lot of other producers have seen this. You guys have said, I sent the beat to the artist and the artist was putting out other shit. That's just annoying to me. So yeah, you were not trying to build. You were not trying to build at all. One of the other things that I saw, for instance, artists that ask for features. Okay. Again, you hop on the feature, you doing the feature, you get your shit done, you reach back to the artist, you send them your final vocals, and that person is still putting out other shit. So I honestly don't think that people really want to build. I think people just like the idea and the concept of the possibility of building. Because if I'm an artist and somebody sends me something, like back in the day, I didn't make my own beats. Back in the day, I didn't understand the process of making my own beats. But when I needed a producer, and hey, what's up? It's Brazy over at Station Head. When I didn't understand the concept of making beats, and I was looking at producers, and these producers were sending me shit to work on, I was sending it back like the same fucking day. You sent me a beat, I had it back to you. I had the song done. I had the song mixed. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all need to stop talking about building with people if you don't want to lay down the foundation. You don't want to lay down, the actual concepts of ideas. You just need to stop doing it because you're wasting time. We are all losing time with ideas that are not being put through. And that is a major issue and a problem that people are going through these days. You like the idea. You don't want to do the hard work behind it. Because if you talk about building with me, when I sat there and I said, I want to do a podcast, if I would have just stayed in that rocking chair and just said, someday, maybe when I get the money, I would not be 5 seasons in to this podcast, almost 5 seasons. I wouldn't. There's been so many times that I sat there. There were so many times that I've said to myself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm doing what I do because I'm trying to show you guys that consistency means a lot. Consistency is what pushes you. And when you keep fucking with people that are not consistent, that don't see things through, but they want to build, the only thing that you're building with that person is just your spam emails and your fucking notifications. Okay, so y'all need to quit doing that. Okay, so that was the purpose of that. And last but not least, as I get into this, so people are crowdfunding for artists now. So you artists that, complain, you don't got money, you can't do this, you can't do that. This might be an article for you. You guys can head over to the Tumblr page on the blog. This way you guys can read up on it. But let me go over it with you because it was very, very, very interesting article on the musicbusinessworldwide.com. Okay. So it says this damn shit. Okay. It says fan funding platform Co-Write raises over $24,000 for artists in their first month. So it says recently launched Stockholm-based artist funding platform Co-Write, which was co-funded by Universal Music Group, alumni Matthias Tengblad, who is the CEO, and Emil Engervall. So it says Co-Write released its platform in beta in October and claims to have already gathered thousands of registered users and closed 10 campaigns for 10 artists so far, collecting over $24,000. The platform lets fans invest in music and receive monetary rewards via royalties from the likes of Spotify and Apple Music. Co-Write allows artists to estimate the value of a song they have created based on their streaming history and future projections before announcing the amount they have to raise and setting a percentage of streaming royalties which investors will receive in return. Investing fans can follow the performance of the songs on their Co-Write dashboards and revenues that are shared with backers over time. Yeah. Me personally, again, I see where they're going with it. Again, that was almost like that other crowdfunding platform. But I have a couple of issues, but I want to get through the article so you guys can see exactly where my issues are. Okay. So it says, it's in a beta phase. Okay. So it says one of the beta phase case studies proved that Co-Write is a Swedish independent rapper who last month raised $12,000 via the platform for his song Kingen, which will be released soon. So this dude, he's raising money. He's raising money for an album that ain't even dropped yet. This dude raised $12,000. So his campaign goal was set for $3,000 and was reached within 48 hours. He then doubled the stake to $6,000, which was then reached in the same day. Okay. You guys, again, can read this on the musicbusinessworldwide.com, or you guys can head over to the minxradio.com so you guys can read the article yourself, because there's a couple of things I have to say that was kind of mind-blowing. And one of the things I have to say is this. How? That's all I want to know. How? Okay. We are in an era. We are in an era now where people can raise money. They can crowdfund their projects, and the projects ain't even dropped yet. I mean, I just can't believe it. I'm like, people are really dropping albums. They're dropping albums. Excuse me. They're investing money. You have fans, your fans, that are using their money to invest in your project, and their shit ain't even dropped yet. This dude raised $6,000 in 72 hours. $6,000 in 72 hours. Does this make any sense? I mean, what are we doing wrong here? Because it's not even like, it's not even like it's physical copies. Like, because I miss physical copies, guys. And I've been saying for years that physical copies needs to come back, because it just seems like there's a lot of, with this whole Spotify, Apple thing, there's a lot of people that are using these platforms to raise money. They're using these platforms to raise money, and I'm just like, do you guys understand the technology behind that? Because when it comes to these websites that are using, you're talking about these websites, they're using technology that are allowing Spotify and Apple to go ahead and stream your shit, right? You have these DJ apps, you have what else? You have DJ applications, you have these other applications, these radio station applications, you have all these applications that are tapping into the AI technology of Apple and Spotify. But then again, they're not paying out the same, they're not paying out good, So I'm like, these apps win, all these apps win. So if we're crowdfunding now, if this is what it is, because I've been telling people, they're like, oh, can you explain to me how to do the Patreon? And I'm like, look, I don't see nothing wrong with Patreon. I love Patreon. I don't see anything wrong with actually using these sites, but we're in an era now where you need to crowdfund your shit. You need to have paid subscribers for your shit in order for you to eat. Like, this is where we're at now. So if you can, people, they want to throw in your face, I got 50,000 followers. Okay, you have 50,000 followers. Can 50,000 followers give you $1? They ain't giving you $1. They ain't going to give you 50 cents. Okay? It's not going to happen. So I don't really give a fuck about how many followers you have. I don't care. I got 50 followers. Okay. Can 50 people give you $1? The answer will be no. The answer will be no. So I don't understand where people are, like, what people are smoking. All right. So we're going to get into the next song. And then I'm going to get into my Eminem rant. And I know you guys want to hear that. Because, some of you guys may cancel me, and you can cancel me. Oh, yeah. Big Southern sent me a picture. He sent me a picture. I want to show you guys a picture. Hold on. Big Southern. Yeah, I know people at Station Head are going to kill me. Look, it ain't my fault. Station Head got an issue with their fucking API. They really do. Station Head, for some reason, is like, you can have 100% battery and it'll be like, oh, you're still connecting. How am I connecting? I'm on 5G. Please explain that to me. Hold on. Let me go into my messages and let me show you guys a photo. Save image as. Okay. So shout out to Big Southern. He's a Patreon member. He did his show. And he took a picture and he sent it to me. And I was just so grateful. Again, y'all need to start branding yourselves. You need to start branding yourselves, because this is how you eat. And if you want me to teach you how to brand yourself, I could totally do it. But, you guys have to you got to want to learn. I'm not going to waste my time teaching people how to do shit. And then you're just like, huh? What? But anyway, And as a courtesy, I definitely want to play Big Southern Song so that you guys can, because I saw a couple of snippets from the performance and it was so dope. All right, so Big Southern. Here we go. Let me show you guys a picture. Why doesn't anything ever save where the fuck I put it? Okay, so here we go. Opera. I would just pull up my screen, but I don't want you guys to see my DMs and, be all up in my business because that ain't your business. It's like, no. Okay, here we go. So this is the shot. This is Big Southern. Shout out to Big Southern. He performed wearing a Minx Radio shirt and he got it in black and he just looks so amazing. And I'm just so thankful and I'm just so happy. And, again, I thank you so much. You're like the best. Thank you. All right. So, again, when you guys purchase merch and you guys wear merch, I really do appreciate it. And I will showcase it each and every time. Again, I work really hard on these designs and I do appreciate it. So first I'm going to get Bars Nice on because Bars Nice is a member and he actually sent me over some heat during the week. And again, if you guys are Patreon members, you guys need to, get to me. You guys got to hit me up. So Bars Nice, I'm going to play this single that he has here. And you guys, let me see. Okay, so he has a song called No Mistake. And I'm going to get this on for you guys.
Yeah. Bars Nice. Bully Boy. We in the factory. Boom bap chemists. Cooking chemistry. Yeah. I never fail to impress when I express, ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best words, either alphabet, alchemist, the lyrical nemesis, this limitless paints gruesome images of your demise and scrimmages, destroy competitors with Mortal Kombat finishes. The style is wild and lames can't get the gist. I'm in your mental like subliminal messages. I'm an original, my shit don't sound like it's above average. I'm savage, I'm ravaging cabbages, averaging all the averages. The madness is the industry, feed off the dead like scavengers. Yeah, stop hating and debating, enjoy the music. Everybody got their own flavor, let them choose it. If you're mused with my gift of gab vocab, I know it's extraordinary. Style of poetry, legendary. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. No mistakes allowed, no mistakes allowed. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. It's the words of wisdom, the words of understanding, the ones that come in the moment, the ones I never planned them, the ones that come in random. I'm a lyrical phenomenon. Yeah, for those who didn't know another Sean, it was Sean Carter, Sean Price, and there was Sean Sharp, but everybody else call me Bars Nice. I spit flows like lighter fluid. What you mean he was talking shit, Negro? I had to do it. Who did you expect me to sound like? Little Yachty or some other little rapper in the game I just bodied? Get your mind right, get your bars tight, then come back and we can politic, yeah, aight. Until then, kick rocks and take a hike. You sound like a bunch of sissies on the mic. It's time to raise a ball, take it to another height. I feel sorry for you mumbling rappers' plight. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed. No mistakes allowed, no mistakes allowed. I gotta be nice with these verses, no mistakes allowed.
This is the Minx Show podcast, Patreon member exclusive.
Hey, yo, Minx, hit that play button.
I meant to hit that before I did it, but at least you guys know. Hold on. Let me gotta get my shit together. Okay, is this playing? No, it's not. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into the controversy behind this Eminem shit. And I know you guys have been patiently waiting because you guys think I'm crazy. Thank you so much, Big Southern. You already know. All right, so we're going to get into this controversy about Eminem, and then we're going to call it a Nizite. And then we're going to actually, I have a couple of more things I want to talk about what we're moving towards. Okay. Okay, so first I want to address let me take this out. Okay, so first I want to address the biggest elephant in the room, which is the fact that you guys think I'm crazy, and that's okay. I'm glad that you guys think I'm crazy because, I'm actually monetized, honey. And my monetization skills is the reason why, I'm very lit. Why is that doing that? Ugh. All right. So first of all, I gotta drop a bomb before I can even get into it because y'all are not gonna get it. All right, so here's the problem here. Have I ever listened to Eminem? In high school, you're showing off, you're trying to get your mom mad by playing Kim. It was cute. However, I feel like I was misled when I became an adult and I was able to think for myself. I was able to review. I was able to look into how I think and what I think about and take control over my conscious destiny. I realized, I said to myself, after listening to Eminem and how the way he says things and the way he does things, how it alters my perspective as a conscious being, I could not listen to him anymore because I didn't like how Eminem made me feel as a person, as a human being. Now, before anybody wants to call me a, hypocrite, okay? I don't discriminate. You're white, you're white. You're black, you're black, okay? It doesn't matter. I believe that anybody can contribute to hip hop and do their part. Now the problem was that Nick Cannon said that Eminem, what was the word that he used? He pretty much just said, he overstayed his welcome in hip hop. And that I agree. I don't consider Eminem in my top 10. I don't consider Eminem in my top 5. I don't consider him in my top 3. I consider Eminem a guest, like Nick Cannon said. I do consider him a guest in hip hop because Eminem did contribute to hip hop. Dr. Dre saw something in him. Dr. Dre put him on. He was facing the typical issues that a person that is not, man, if this shit says poor connection one more time, I'm going to be very upset. I got to reach out to station head because that ain't my fault. So I feel like, Eminem is a guest in hip hop, in the house of hip hop, because, I look at hip hop as this was our way of communicating as Black people back in the day. And I'm gonna break it down to y'all consciously because y'all know this is how I talk and this is how I get down. Okay. Now, hip hop, rap, all of that was how we communicated back in the day. This is how we expressed ourselves back in the day. We were not given a platform back in the day. Okay. So you want to call me a boomer? Call me a boomer. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That's like this little thing that y'all came up with, you kids. You know, what's worse, being called an old head or being called a boomer? I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so back in the day, black people, we did not have a way to communicate. We did not have a way to share our thoughts. We did not have a way to share our opinions. Rap back in the day was called rhythm and poetry. When you rapped, you rapped. You talked about your history. You talked about your mysteries. You talked about, how you grew up. You talked about, so I understand all of that shit, right? If Eminem felt that this was his lane, this was how he was going to be able to communicate, then great. I'm happy with that. There are white people. I understand this. There are white people who grew up in the hood. Okay. They don't look and consider themselves as the typical Caucasian individual. I get that. I am no way, shape, or form. I just want you guys to understand. I am no way, shape, or form saying that a white person cannot do rap or hip hop. I would never say that. I do, however, have a problem with Eminem using the N-word. I have a problem with that because Eminem did use the N-word, okay? And it wasn't nigga, it was the other shit. Not niggas, which is Negus, which means kings, you know what I mean? Like some of y'all conscious, some of y'all get it. But we're talking about beefs. We're talking about hip hop beefs. I do not consider this Nick Cannon and Eminem shit hip hop beef. That's 3 buzzers because I just had to triple tap on that. This is not a beef. This is a fucking comedian. A comedian that wants to go toe and toe because an artist named Eminem took shots at his wife or ex-wife, mother of his child. Okay. That's a no-no. Okay. Y'all keep forgetting. Nick Cannon was supposed to be protected at all costs because he was supposed to be dropping this Dr. Sebi shit, right? The Dr. Sebi shit that never dropped. Okay. Do I think that Nick is probably drawing attention to himself? Yes. But one of the things that you guys are forgetting is that they're like, oh my God, Nick Cannon got thousands and thousands of downvotes or thousands and thousands of dislike buttons on YouTube. No, Nick Cannon didn't get that. World Star Hip Hop did. So you're not hurting Nick Cannon, you're hurting World Star Hip Hop. But why feed into this? Why did this drop? Why did this dissing shit drop immediately after Juice WRLD died? See, I'm a person that likes to look at the other shit, the other news, the news that you guys don't look at because you're so distracted by bullshit. See, Juice WRLD died. They said he died of a seizure. Okay. Then they tried to bury the story by saying that the feds were coming and he took a bunch of perks and that was it. He had a seizure and died because of that. Then you had other news sources saying that he died of a heart attack. No one really knows. But when you start getting to the cusp and the grain of trying to figure out what happened to this gentleman, what happened to Juice WRLD, magically came a battle. A fucking comedian. Now, some of y'all may not think Nick Cannon is funny. I don't. But Nick Cannon has done more for black people than Eminem ever will. Let me repeat that. Nick Cannon has put more black people as comedians on than Eminem ever will. See, I said earlier this week that Eminem was a culture vulture. What is a culture vulture? A culture vulture. A culture vulture is a person that benefits from using another person's culture for themselves. What has Eminem done for black people? And nobody can answer me that. Oh my God, but he got bars and shit. Y'all will say that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. Like my homie Mike Baggs. Mike Baggs threw up a video on Instagram that really made me think. How do y'all put Eminem over Papoose? Papoose is lyrically so much better than Eminem. Papoose does not rap about raping his own mother. He doesn't rap about killing the mother of his children. He doesn't rap about dumb shit, calcified brain shit. And I really think that you guys are missing the mark. I would never, Minx Couture would never put Eminem over a Papoose, over a Kendrick, it just wouldn't happen. And I'm not a Jay-Z fan that much, but I wouldn't put Eminem over Jay-Z either. Eminem, it has an invitation to the party. Okay. When you have a person that is invited to a party and they don't know anybody, they don't know the family or anything like that, they're not part of the family, you sit in the corner, you observe. You peek your head in, you say hi, but, you don't try to become the life of the party. And Eminem would never be hailed a rap god in my book when you have so many greats before him and definitely after him. So y'all are feeding into this bullshit. Oh my God, Eminem. Listen, one of the biggest things that people keep saying about Eminem is this. They're like, black people don't play Eminem at a barbecue. They don't play Eminem in a car ride. How can you? His music is just not for that. His music was never for that. If I'm bumping Renegade, I'm cutting it off before Eminem comes on. I just don't, first of all, how do you try to body Jay on a track that he's featuring you on? I just, again. And then you have Joyner Lucas, right? I really think he just should have just stayed out of this situation because he didn't have to. Because I really think that his whole thing, I think that he tried to say some shit because he wanted clout. Joyner Lucas, he's a clout chaser. I'm like, and forgive me for sounding like a dickhead, but I just have to say, because I know some people are really thinking it. Joyner Lucas, hi, my name is Minx Couture. I am not a hater. I am just a person that observes and reports. So you said, and I quote, I'm going to bring this up. Okay, so you said, hey, Nick Cannon, you better stop rap jumping my nigga Marshall before me. 50, Royce, Crooked, what is that? Crooked Eye, Lloyd Banks, J. Cole, Kendrick, Logic, Tech Nine, Big Sean, and King Los get busy on your ass. Pause. Keep playing. Well, Joyner, people are going to call me a hater after this, but I'm just going to be totally honest. Joyner Lucas, you just got into the game. How do you, first of all, how do you even put yourself into a category like that? I got to get these comments up because if people going to say, if you just got into the game, like you just got into the game, your feet ain't even wet yet. You just got a couple of decent songs. How can you sit there talking about, you better chill out before we get busy on your way? Excuse me. You're a clout chaser. What person honestly sits there and says, throw on that Joyner Lucas? Nobody. You know how many freaking parties I've seen on Instagram stories, wherever. I have never seen anybody say, throw on that Joyner Lucas. You have good visuals, bruh. That's it. How you gonna sit? First of all, my nigga Marshall? My nigga Marshall. I just don't think you belong in this conversation yet. You don't belong in this conversation yet. You practically, like you're a dick writer because you try to sound like Eminem. That ain't your style. Eminem has a style. You're totally copying it. So that ain't you. Who is Joyner Lucas? Who are you? My comments are going. I see people are going. He says, Minx, I'm calling. Call me up. Go ahead. If there's one person I'm going to have this conversation with, it's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be my boy. Hold on, let me just make sure my Bluetooth is hooked up. It's just so like ridiculous to me. Like I'm just like, you know what? Eminem, yes. Is he a good lyricist? Yes. But just because you can rhyme words, big words together and all that shit, like you're not touching Papoose. You're not. You're not. And for him to even, Joyner Lucas, for him to even get into the conversation, like try to attempt to act like he's part of the team, like I'm part of the A team. I'm like, you ain't even like on a level to even include yourself in this conversation. That's why I thought that tweet was just so cringe. It was super cringe. Like, you better, before we get busy on your ass, you better stop rap jumping my nigga Marshall. Okay. Before me, 50, I mean, come on. Nick Cannon is a fucking comedian. This is like the level of pretty much saying that if Jamie Foxx came out of his face and Jamie Foxx said, I sing better than Chris Brown, fuck Chris Brown, and he comes out with a fucking album or a diss track and Chris Brown responds, it's not like warranted for a response. That's like Jessie Hilarious coming out of her face and saying, oh, I dance better than Beyonce. Y'all gonna take these comedians that serious where you got people fighting and arguing and debating and deleting people and canceling people because y'all don't see the concept between this Nick Cannon character is a comedian with Nickelodeon. Now let's talk about some of his accolades because Nick Cannon employs people, black people, on Wildin' Out. He has put on comedians that he found funny. Okay. He is curating shows geared towards black people. I'm sorry. I just can't hate Nick Cannon for that. I'm like, yeah, it's funny that he took shots at, it's cool. It's hilarious. It's hysterical. But to go that hard for Eminem could never be me. Would never be me. It's Eminem. The fuck? He raps about raping his mom. He raps about killing his fucking child's mother, putting her in a trunk, trying to disguise it as Stan. This is what y'all like? This is what y'all bumping? This is what y'all defending? Violence? Y'all are defending that. Y'all are defending this person. Again, I went through that whole trip. Okay? I rebranded my brain. I changed my brain. I said to myself, as a conscious person, no conscious person should even be playing his music. It's just angry shit. It changes and alters your mood. It changes and alters your feelings. It makes you mad. Y'all are defending that. But y'all cry that there's no real lyricism, there's no real bars, there's no real this, there's no real that, but y'all are defending again. Eminem can rap. He has the skill. Yes. But top 10, top 5, rap god? I don't consider him a rap god. I will not consider him a rap god when you have people like Pep who's still walking around here rapping the fucking alphabet forward and backwards. I just can't hail that. I'm not saying Eminem does not have the ability to do that, but you know, I just don't consider him as part of like in hip hop culture. I consider him a guest, and I consider that, you know, you did a great job. You know how to put words together that rhyme. Congratulations. But I just don't consider him anywhere, you know, near top 10, top 5, anything like that. What's goody? Hold on. Can you hear me? Hold on. Why didn't my Bluetooth pick up? Give me 1 second, John. Where? I'm just trying to get my Bluetooth together, guys. Bluetooth. Hold on. Why are we not hearing our dear friend? Okay, hold on. I got to pair my shit. Give me 1 second. Talk now? Hold on. I'm gonna have to take this off. John, you there?
Yeah. What up? I can hear you.
Okay, I hear you good. All right, sorry, my bad.
That's cool.
So, what are your thoughts on this whole Eminem? By the way, guys, this is John Hands. He's like one of our loyal members. he's been part of Minx Radio from the beginning. he's called in a couple of times before too, but I definitely want to get his take on this whole thing.
The whole Nick Cannon Eminem thing, I feel like they called each other and was like, let's have fun. Because I don't like it. I think it's stupid. Nick Cannon, the whole rap that he did against him was dope, that he added Charlie Clips and Hitman and everything and conceded. Like, they really murdered Eminem, and I'm glad they did. But at the end of the day, like, I listened to a lot of things you were saying about, I don't look at Eminem as a white guy. I just look at him as the culture. And I don't think he was the type of person that came into the culture. He wasn't like the other white guy from the Kid Rock. I don't think he was a Kid Rock. I think Eminem he was invited into a culture to where he came into a culture and was inducted as like if you watch the Dave Chappelle joint, I think he was inducted as a black guy. And all he did was rhyme. Like, I don't think he never addressed race because he couldn't. Dr. Dre brought him in. And when he came in, you know, when 50 needed him, he signed 50, you know, and he signed Royce. He signed the other guy from Detroit. And I think he did a lot of things for black people that needed it. Not like he wasn't coming to be a savior of black people because that wasn't his job. And at the end of the day, he just was a person that came in and rapped. Huh?
I said, yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I definitely do.
He just was a dude that came in and rapped. And that's all Eminem ever did. Like, everybody made him more than what he wanted to be. Personally, that's how I feel. I think when I listen to Eminem, all I listen to him to do is rap. Now, yes, he changed since the whole relapse and all that other stuff, and he's not as dope as he was, absolutely. And yes, Nick Cannon and all of them ate him alive. Joyner Lucas is dope. I love Joyner Lucas and everything, but they can't change the fact that Eminem has changed and he's not the dopest rapper that he used to be. But I'm just talking raps. I ain't talking race or anything like that.
So you think lyrically and musically he kind of fell off from where he was?
Absolutely. I think maybe somebody cloned him, and that's not the Eminem. But I watched. I was in New York, and when Eminem started battling, that's the Eminem I know. You know, when Eminem dropped his first album with Dre and everything, that's the Eminem I know. Like, yes, he was talking about killing his wife. I'm glad it was a white dude talking about things that we talk about, and we probably shouldn't as a culture, but at least he did it too. But he did it not as a black person or a white person. He did it in hip hop, just to do hip hop music. And that's what I respect Eminem for. It has nothing to do with race. Like sometimes we got to take race out of it. Just because somebody may be white or somebody may be black, we got to take race out of it and not think race when it comes to the culture. Because the culture is invited by anybody that does good hip hop music, no matter what.
I mean, I
you
agree
look like.
with you. I agree with you on that sense, but I mean, let's be honest. He had a lot of, I would say because of his privilege. I do think that what he did, nobody in any other culture, Hispanic or black, would have gotten a pass with the shit that he put out.
Well, Bubba Sparks didn't change the game.
Oh yeah, but Bubba Sparks, no, he didn't. He didn't come out with that kind of music though. Like I don't.
But he had Timberland backing him, and we loved Ugly, and we loved I think he had one more song after that. But then, who is Bubba Sparks today? Nobody cares. And yes, Eminem had that. Everybody loved the fact that, like, come on, if we think race, everybody loves to have a great white hype or a great white hope, and they always want to take over your culture. Fine, but I don't think Eminem was the person that was like, I'm living off of black. Like he wasn't an Elvis person. Like what Nick Cannon said, Elvis. What did he say? Elvis something. What did he call him?
Elvis Pusley. He called him
Yeah,
Elvis
that's what he
Pusley.
called. And it was funny. And Nick Cannon. I like Nick Cannon off of his comedy and everything, but I don't think he's a rapper for real. But it's just like, this is the way I look at it, and then I'm gonna stop. But Eminem, no, he's not who he used to be. He's not as dope as he used to be. And yes, Nick Cannon and them crushed him. And I don't think he should even bother to come back unless he comes back with a Royce and all of those people in his crew to damage them. And I think they'll do an amazing job, and I think it'll be funny and it'll be good for pop culture. But I would never say that Eminem was a culture vulture, because he wasn't. Eminem was just a strange guy that came in the door and everybody put the battery in his back that was black. Dre put the battery in his back.
That is kind of true. And do you think that this is just a ruse? Like, do you think that this is just like an orchestrated, plan to kind of revive his career?
I do in a way, and I'm just like, it's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work for him. It's not going to. Eminem is, to me, Eminem needs to be like Floyd Mayweather and not come back and take his 50 wins and leave it alone. Because like Floyd said, he's coming back next year. Don't do it, Floyd. Chill out, take your wins, and you're a great, amazing boxer, and don't do it again. But if Eminem comes, tries to keep coming back, it's going to continue. He's going to keep taking L's. Like he would have taken L to Joe Budden if he would have responded. He would have like Drake. Like Drake knew better. Drake was like, yeah, I'm an amazing guy, and I'm top charting, and I'm great. But Drake didn't want that smoke with Joe Budden. Everybody hates Joe Budden or whatever, but he didn't really want that smoke, and he stayed away. Eminem don't want that smoke, and he need to chill. But I don't think he's a culture vulture. I do think Eminem was there for the culture of black people because Eminem think he black. And it's not I don't have a problem with that, because he's the guy that came to the protest or the march and was like, I hate white people more than black people do. Like
yeah.
He was just there to prove a point and just rhyme. He just wanted to be a part of the rhyming. I don't think Eminem never thought race. Even though everybody put him up against that, I don't think he ever was in it for the race thing. I think he was just in it to rap. And I think he did a great job in his years. I do think he needs to sit down now and stop, because there's a lot of people out in the game right now that will body him. He got a lot of people got his back, but he'll still get bodied by himself. So
yeah,
I would never call him a culture vulture. I appreciate him for what he's done in hip-hop. And yes, he paved the way for other people and other cultures, but hip-hop was never it was about race back in the day, but where hip-hop has evolved to now, we owe it to a lot of people, and we got to thank all the greats. And Eminem is one of the greats, but he need to be a great and sit down and call it a day.
So do you think he will respond though? Because we know that it took Nas like 6 months to respond to Jay-Z.
That's a whole nother story what Nas did. But yeah, he seen Rockefeller when they was falling apart, and he just took advantage of it. But with Eminem, I don't think he needs to respond because I don't think he's able to. I don't think he's capable of responding. I heard a track earlier last night. I heard a track that's a leaked track
Oh, and that's not
by
even
Eminem.
him.
Is it not him?
No, that's not him. That's one of his impersonators that released something, and they said it in the caption. I actually posted
Okay.
it. I actually posted it in a couple of people's comments when they were like, "Oh my God, he responded and this shit was out." I'm like, "Yeah, but that was an impersonator. That's not really Eminem's response."
Right. And I think Eminem needs to take the Drake route that he did with Joe Button. Joe Button dropped the back to back like Drake did. You heard when Joe Button did the thing on Drake, he dropped like 4 tracks on Drake, and they were dope. But the reason why nobody never knew and nobody never cared
They
is
didn't
because
they didn't hype it up enough.
they couldn't, because Drake was like, nah, let me stay away from that. And Drake took the smart road. Eminem needs to take the smart road because I don't think he's capable of responding to a Charlie Clips or a Hitman or even Conceited for that matter. I don't even think Conceited is dope, but I don't think that he needs to respond unless Eminem goes back into that old Eminem bag, and I don't think he can do it anymore. I think he needs to just chill out, but respect to him, nothing about race, respect to M for what he's done, and he's put a lot of people on black. No, he's never put on a white person. Everybody black he put on, and I applaud him for that. He needs to chill out. Nick Cannon needs to chill out as well because Nick Cannon is going to get his clout from that, and Nick Cannon continue to do Wildin' Out and having his crew and everything's great. But I don't think it needs to go any further.
I
But I don't think
agree.
Yeah, I don't think we can disrespect Eminem because Eminem has done some great things for the hip hop culture. And to be he wasn't the first white boy to rap. You know, we love the Beastie Boys and everything. Like, I still love the Beastie Boys. But they never came and tried to say it was about being white and taking. They didn't do none of them did the Elvis Presley. You know, Elvis Presley stole. Elvis Presley took his culture. He didn't take it to the black culture. Eminem stayed in the black culture and did it. He didn't say, "Oh, every white person should rap because now it's a white movement." No, he didn't do that. He just continued to rap with Dre, and he loved Dre, and he killed Dre and put Dre in the trunk and all this other stuff. But it was all fun and games. But Eminem stayed to who Eminem was, and he never changed it. So that I think he deserves a lot of respect for.
Well, I thank you for that. You know, every insight is definitely welcomed, and you got, and also, you got to send me some new shit. I've been playing your music. I've been playing your music all over the station head. That's why, you got to check it out. A lot of people have been adding it to their stations and stuff like that. So, as always, I appreciate your input and definitely, of course, tuning in and, keeping us up to date with.
Minx, I appreciate you, and I'm always in awe of what you do. I hate to say I've seen you come from the bottom, but I've seen where you started. And you did an amazing thing, and you didn't let nobody stop you. And I seen when you started, and I seen when you grew, and I was like, wow, this girl is amazing. Everything you're doing, you're amazing, and I want to applaud you. If nobody does, I'm not saying they don't, but if nobody does, I want to be the first person to say you're amazing at what you do, and I love to watch you and what you do. So definitely, wow. I'm watching boxing. Anyway.
Thank you so much. And of course, like I said, you're always welcome. I definitely want to have you on one day, so we can chop it up and just, to talk to artists because, you do have a lot of great insights on the business. And yeah, I appreciate you so much.
I do have new music. Actually, I have a new artist that just dropped his album. It's Turn Up Music, and he's speaking good stuff, and it's really dope. I'm going to text it to you so that you have it and you can listen to it behind the scenes. And John Hands does have new music. The new year is going to be amazing. And of course, I'm going to hit you with it first. And just thanks for answering the phone and having me on tonight. And, thanks for even listening to my insight.
Oh, no problem. And I thank you so much, John. You're always welcomed.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'll be in touch. Look out for I know we talked behind the scene about the interview and everything, and we'll go from there. And hey, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you too.
Awesome. Of course.
All righty. Thank you. And I'll hit you up behind the scenes.
All right.
All right. Bye. See, I'm happy, guys. We can have these discussions and nobody bite my head off, and this is what happens. When you have these debates and you have all these crazy topics going on in hip hop, you definitely want to bring different conversations to the table, and that's what matters. Over in the comments it says Jennifer Walker says, I believe our generation embraced Eminem in the game, and that set the bar so high that they can't measure. I agree. I definitely agree. Again, not knocking Eminem or anything, but there was a couple of things I had problems and issues with about him, but it is what it is. All right. Just to close out the show, again, I wanted to get on Big Southern because he was definitely rocking out with the Minx merch, and he has a really good song. So here we go. Let me see. All right. So again, I want to get this song on for the evening, and this is Big Southern with Love Unconditional. This is actually a song that he actually performed, and we're gonna get that footage for you guys. Hopefully next week or so. All right. So here we go. Big Southern, Love Unconditional.
Touch. Hands from a woman has such a magic touch. Another soul on earth he can truly love. Being around her makes him a better man. She brings out a level he never thought he had. The smell of scent in the house drives him every day. She will be his compass when he feeling out of place. Somebody he can share his whole world with. He tell her his dreams and she never doubt him. She is the backbone when he ain't feeling strong. She is the heartbeat when he just need a pulse. Ever get lost in any storm, she'll got him home with love unconditional.
I made my mistakes and know that all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional.
She wants a real man to come and pursue her. A man who knows what to say when he is mooring her. Brings his ego in from the hard cold. And warms his pride up in a smooth, soft arm. A man who don't mind knocking down his wall so she can rebuild it better than it was before. She just wants to release her love on the right one. Has to know she ain't nothing like the other one. She would lose half of her just to make him whole. She would give him her last just to give him more. Never being selfish when it comes to her cake. She will pledge her love before they even cut the cake. She wants to keep him happy and drenched in love. Steady pouring out her soul, keep him drunk in love. Burning up the kitchen just to keep his belly full, but it's nothing to a woman with love unconditional.
No, I'm not perfect, no. I made my mistakes and know that all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. Yeah, yeah.
member exclusive.
Hey, yo, Minx, hit that play button.
Yes.
Black men, if you look at
So of course, hold on, let me take okay. So of course, that was Big Southern. Shout out to him. I thank you so much for everything that you're doing. You know, you're doing such great and making such great moves. Okay. So again, this is the last episode. Hold on. This microphone is off. Okay. Okay, so yes, this is the last episode for season 4. We're coming back next week, season 5, for the Minx Show podcast. Anybody that needs to reach out to me, you guys have my email address. It's submissions@minxradio.com. Again, I do appreciate you guys. You guys can reach me behind the scenes. You guys can text me, call me. Y'all have the station information. Again, I am responding via WhatsApp. But don't be asking me WhatsApp at fucking 2:00 in the morning, because I'm gonna be like, y'all need to chill. So again, y'all need to get at me about these playlists. Again, y'all need to go to www.theminxradio.com so you can read up on how to get added to these playlists that we have, our collaborative playlists for our radio shows that we have for Gas or Trash Radio. We talked about that, and as well as other opportunities to get your songs heard on several different ideas that I have. I've been gaming a lot. Some of y'all, saw me online on Xbox getting my ass whooped, but I was still playing some dope ass music. So we're going to be doing that. We have every day, 7:00 on the station head with live from 805 Pod. Y'all can tune into that. I'm also streaming it on minxradio.com, so you guys can also hear the live feed for those of you who don't have station head. And again, this is a great journey. I'm super excited. I'm happy. We've come this far. More interviews. I'm looking forward to more interviews, and as well as more flyers. You guys got flyers. Y'all need to get them to me, because when I do my radio stuff during the week, I want to be able to showcase flyers. All right. So again, I do thank you guys, and I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I appreciate everybody that shares everything that I do. We will be having webinars during the week as well. That's another thing that I'm working on, is the webinars. So you guys have to email me so I can get you into getting the codes for that, to be able to tune in and also give your feedback and input. Any new music you guys can send to me, please make sure it's a Spotify link or put it through yourself. All right. This was a great show. Oh, my ears. This was a great show. And again, this is everyone's favorite Minx Couture. And I'm going to close out the